The Repair Lot, a one-stop shop where a crack team of experts bring classic cars roaring back to life.
20 years and it's fired up.
Is it then? Hey?
No job is too tough, no car too challenging.
No, I've truly never seen a car like this. It's amazing.
Award-winning motoring journalist Charlie is meeting the owners.
Aaron, welcome to the workshop.
Hello, how are you doing? You all right?
And assessing how to keep their drives alive.
Immediately, that steering column is juddering up and down, isn't it?
Together with old and new school mechanics Derek and Hannah.
Hey.
That's really good, isn't it?
Result.
Yeah.
Freya the trimmer.
Right, that's all the stitching done. I'm really happy with that.
And bodywork specialist Jerry Lee.
It brings the whole car together. It really, really looks nice.
The team are on a mission.
Oh, wow, it looks so different.
To put any classic in any condition back on the road.
Absolutely fantastic!
This time, a Ford Cortina which has been rallied across the globe.
I can remember a magic moment high up in the Andes looking down at condors flying below me. How many people have the opportunity to do that?
It's in need of serious attention from mechanics Derek and Hannah.
Could be a complete nightmare.
Great. That's what we like to hear.
The family have to sell the car, and the team are moved by their story.
My husband is now seriously ill, and he's in a nursing home, so I need the money to help pay the fees.
There's a hot hatch in the workshop which also needs their help.
It's like a little go-kart, you know what I mean?
Workshop host Charlie is shocked by the interior.
So,
Oh, this driver's seat is in distress.
Worse, the GTI leaks like a sieve.
And look, there we go. Look at that.
Can trimmer Freya get this modern classic back on the B roads?
The damage here is not a common thing that I see.
As the team race to help a rallying family over the line for an emotional reunion.
I would love to take it to show my husband. That would be very special.
A rare race car rallied across the world is being trailered into the workshop. It hasn't driven in 20 years, and the Cat family who own this 1965 Mark I Ford Cortina are desperate to save it. It was once a rally star, but now it's lost its shine. Big time. Groundbreaking journalist Charlie has driven the country in her MGA convertible, learning the classic car trade.
I am a writer, driver, and classic car adventurer.
Now, at the workshop, she's meeting other owners and coming up with the plans to keep their classics on the road. Hoping she can help their much-loved car get back on track are two generations of the Cat family.
Hi, Judy. Nice
Hi,
to meet
Charlie.
you.
You too.
Hi,
Charlie.
Simon.
How you
Welcome
doing?
to the workshop.
Thank you.
And Sarah, nice to meet you. How would you say motorsport has pulled you together as a family? You know, would you say you're a rallying family?
It was John's obsession, and he and I started rallying together and loved it because I love driving. I love the challenge of going to different places. That's what he loved. And then that introduced Simon to rallying, and it was a lovely thing for father and son to do together.
We've all sort of got involved on various levels, so, you know, it's definitely in the blood somewhere. We just want to pass it on to their kids.
Yeah, and it's an exciting thing to do.
I can remember a magic moment high up in the Andes looking down at condors flying below me. How many people have the opportunity to do that?
Bought because of its simple design and rugged reliability, this classic saloon was tested on rallies from Peking to Paris, London to Cape Town, and across the South American Andes on the Inca Trail, clocking up thousands of miles and many family memories.
We were in Kenya, and we were on a sandy track, deep sand, a wide track up in the mountains, and I was driving, and I lost the back end of the car, and I got it again, but then I lost it again, and I realized I was going straight towards the cliff edge. And being very English, I said to John, "Oh, darling, I'm really sorry. I think we're going over the edge."
Just
But
chill.
fortunately, there was a pile of sand, and it stopped us. but half the front wheels were still hanging over the edge.
This car obviously means a lot to you all, but why have you brought it to the workshop?
We want to get it back to rally standard because I have to sell it. My husband is now seriously ill. He has advanced Parkinson's and dementia, and he's in a nursing home, so I need the money to help pay the fees. It would be wonderful if somebody could do a rally in it again, because that would bring it full circle. And I would love to take it to show my husband as well. That would be very special.
It's quite hard in some ways talking about, I'm going to get emotional, talking about this now when Dad can't see it and he's not here to fully appreciate it. And although we're doing it for him, it's
He
hard,
should be here.
yeah.
It's heartbreaking that the family are going to have to part ways with this car. You can see that none of them want to do it. Judy, her eyes welled up. It was really sad to see. I think it's a huge responsibility, but it's also a massive privilege that they've chosen our workshop to take the car to its next stage of life.
The stakes couldn't be higher for the Cat family and the workshop team as they try to get this beaten-up rally car back on the road. With 45 years as a self-employed mechanic, Derek knows his way around an engine and has built race cars for Le Mans.
Don't give you much room in here.
Hannah has been fixing motors since she was a teenager, running her own workshop.
It's good.
Together, they're going to try and get the Cortina engine running.
So, first time you've seen this one, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I love an old Ford, so I'm a big fan of this Ford Cortina.
Well, you could say Bo has been around the world.
Right, okay.
And back.
It looks like it. It's still carrying the dirt, dust, patina, everything of a car that's had a good story. The engine hasn't really ran since 2001, 2002. We could have a few problems with this. Turning over, could be seized, all kinds of problems.
All the above. Yeah, it could be a complete nightmare.
Great. That's what we like to hear.
Before Derek and Hannah get to grips with the engine, they're going to hand over the battered bonnet to bodywork expert Jerry Lee.
Happy?
Yep.
Jerry Lee learned her bodywork skills restoring old milk floats and getting them back on the road in London as eco-delivery vehicles. So she knows how to transform cracked paintwork.
All right, now the fun part. I get to pick these bits off, which I'm very excited about. Finally, it's been driving me insane. It's such a small area that we're going to be sanding down. You can concentrate on a smaller area much better and have more control if you do it by hand than if you use a machine.
Primer and then a few coats of satin black transform the bonnet. And once the front wings are cleaned and polished on the car, the front end will all match together. Hannah and Derek are deep into a nerve-wracking engine diagnosis. After 20 years lying untouched, the engine could have seized inside. So they're handling it with care, checking every part before trying to turn the engine over by hand.
So this will fit into the crank pulley, and then I'll be able to see if it turns freely, especially the spark plug's out. Everything crossed.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, that moves
That is real.
really
Do
freely.
a complete turn just to see if there's any tight spots in the piston.
So that's really free. I mean, that shows that, you know, the oil has kept everything from seizing up, that the pistons are moving up properly in the cylinders.
I'm going to have a look, see what the oil's like. There's enough oil there, and it looks pretty good to do a test fire.
Looking around, all the pipes look pretty much new, don't they? I mean, for a car that's been sitting for 20 years, the rubber all looks crack-free.
Yeah. What you do, stick the plugs back in, put a battery on it, See if it turns over?
Yeah, shall we? See what happens. Exciting.
It's looking promising for this old warhorse, but Hannah knows it'll need a new battery if it's going to stand a chance of firing up. Petrol goes stale, sometimes losing potency within a month, so Derek gives the Ford fresh fuel.
So a gallon of the good stuff.
Right, let's give it a go then.
Pumps on,
Okay.
bit of fuel. Out of gear, ready?
It's trying to, nearly.
In the repair lot, the team are trying to get an historic Rally Cortina race ready. But Hannah and Derek know it hasn't fired up in 2 decades.
Nearly. Keep going.
So close.
That's amazing. 20 years and it's fired up.
Do that then.
Wow. Now we know it runs. We can now change all the fluids in it.
Yeah.
And get it running spot on.
This hasn't run for 20 years.
It's so good.
So, yeah.
Heading into the workshop today is a modern classic with 3 famous letters on the boot. GTI. Owned by Aaron, this great-handling Peugeot 306 from the 90s is a car with a huge fun factor. But it's also fast-developing niggly faults, which threaten to force it off the road.
Oh, yes, brilliant.
It's a drizzly day, but that doesn't dampen the enthusiasm of workshop host and GTI fan Charlie, who's here to assess the car.
Aaron, welcome to the workshop.
Hello, how are you doing? You all right?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
Cheers for coming down on such a miserable day.
No problem.
How does it handle in the rain?
It's just fun, like front-wheel drive, 2-litre 16 valve. Just a real fun driver's car, to be honest. It's like a little go-kart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On them A roads, throwing it around bends and stuff, and yeah, I love it.
You can just see like that line, that curve just goes in there. The outside looks wicked. So what's it like inside? Can I have a look?
Yeah. So,
Oh! This driver's seat is in distress. That's a pretty massive hole, isn't it? You've got some proper wear on that.
yeah, every time I get in it, I have to see it, like, so, yeah, I don't feel too good about it, to be honest. Just lets the whole car down.
I was not expecting that car to look like it did inside. It's proper tatty. Is there anything else in here that's causing you any problems?
Yeah, so there's a slight water leak through the aerial. It drips through the interior light.
Not ideal.
Not good, no.
Does it all work?
The electric mirrors are a bit faulty. They tilt up and down, but they don't go side to side.
Ooh, that's pretty dangerous, that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an electric issue, you know, if it's a part that's failed, but we'll certainly get Hannah to have a look at that for you.
Sounds amazing, yeah.
Though this iconic GTI seems solid, there's a long list of jobs for the whole team to tackle if Aaron is to keep the car he loves on the road. But Charlie is up for it.
I'm absolutely buzzing to have this French classic in the workshop, and when it's finished, it's going to be superb.
Charlie has handed the Pug over to the team's car trimmer, Freya.
We've got the face of the headrest there.
Freya runs her own business, retrimming everything from steering wheels to roof linings.
You can bring this back to life with some elbow grease.
And luckily, seats.
Oh, wow. OK, there's a lot of damage here that I can see already. These centre panels, that's had it. That's going to need replacing. The damage here, I mean, it's completely rotted out, and it's not a common thing that I see.
It's not going to be as simple as replacing a single section of the fabric. The seat will need to come out of the car, be completely stripped down on the bench, and then sympathetically retrimmed.
Oh, there we go, that's done. I don't think this cover's ever been off this seat. They're all the original fixings in here. There we go. Both covers off. This cover's made up of vinyl, genuine leather, and Alcantara, which is like a fake suede. It's only the Alcantara that I'm going to replace, so I'm going to carefully cut out this material, and if I cut it on the seams, I can use it as my pattern. So I've done a lot of work, and I've now got my 3 pattern pieces for the base of the seat, but I've still got the backrest to take apart.
Freya's got to hunt down a colour match for the 90s fake suede. But for tonight, it's time to put that job to bed. Sun's out, and super sharp troubleshooter Hannah is trying to figure out where it all went wrong for the electric door mirror.
Now, these hot hatches are like really, really good. I really like them, actually. Part of kind of my era of growing up in the cars, but once you start getting to a car that's this age, you do start getting some niggly electrical faults because the motor is working, I can hear it, but it's just not turning that mirror glass.
If she can find the fault, it will reflect well on Hannah. So she goes behind the mirror.
Oh, I can actually see there's a part of that is moving, but there's a plastic spindle that comes out, and that's not moving. So I think the problem is with the plastic spindle that comes out the motor, that's broken. Sometimes you'll get it if like the car's frosty, and then you try and move the mirrors, and it just snaps because the plastic's cold.
There's no chance of a repair, so Hannah will have to search up a replacement motor to fit. But all that's on hold because she's just spotted a much bigger problem.
We've got water in the bottom of this light, so if I just bounce it, you'll be able to see it. I'm going to have to get in the tailgate, remove the light and see what's going on as to why water is getting in there.
Nasty. Water and cars don't mix. This flooded backlight could short the electrical system and rust the rear end.
So I'm literally just undoing this slightly, and we've already got water coming out, so there's probably some trapped water underneath. So look, there we go. Oh, look at that. It's not, and we've still got loads left in there. No, so it's actually trapped in the bottom of this cluster here. There we go. There we go. So it's quite wet and dirty in here, and also on this bulb holder, you can see where you've got damp on there. This is a circuit board and really shouldn't be getting wet.
There are no cracks visible to let water in, but Hannah has a theory for the wet light lens.
Now, what could possibly be happening is this rubber seal here fits onto the bodywork, and that needs to be really tight and clean of dirt and debris. Also, I need to check to see if there's no splits in that as well. What we could have is someone may have changed a bulb in the past and not screwed it down tight enough, and that seal may not have been working properly.
Hannah makes sure it's as dry as a bone before fitting new bulbs. The Pug has a filthy rear end, so that's next for a wash and brush up. But will Hannah get to see the light at the end of this unexpected repair?
I'm just tightening the last fixing up, so it's a really good job done on that. It's all dry, all put back together, and I've just got to test it now. Wow, that's really good. Yep, I'm really happy with that.
Back with the Rally Cortina. Mechanic Derek is trying to remove the damaged windscreen, easing the old glass out from the rubber seal and frame.
Just need to be careful. This is tougher than I would like. Oh. Come on. This is really big tough. Ah, that's one bit.
Removing glass on classic cars can be dangerous.
Oh, look at that. That crack's got worse.
In the repair lot, mechanic Derek is getting an old racing Cortina rally ready. It needs a new windscreen, but it's scary wrestling with the old glass, which could shatter at any moment.
There we go, it's going. Ah. Right, that's out. Oh, I'm relieved. That was tricky, but we've got it out in one piece. And the rubber is all intact, which is good.
The front windscreen frame and the old rubber are given a quick freshen up, but Derek's distracted by a big box that's just been delivered.
Ooh, everyone loves unboxing things. We're getting there. And we have a new windscreen.
Everyone also loves an upgrade, and this new windscreen is laminated, so it won't splinter like the old one in an accident. Another fix which could help push up the price when the Cat family sell.
I've got a little bit of wire here, just to run round, hopefully run round. So if this stays there, then when I put the windscreen in, this will help me pull the rubber around and get it over the lip. So, fingers crossed I can get this in without breaking it. Otherwise, the team are going to be really cross with me.
The glass is heavy, and Derek needs to land it right first time.
This is harder than usual because we've got this roll cage inside and I can't get to the rubber at the top. Oh. This doesn't want to come. There we go, there we go. Come on, gently, gently. Gently, gently. Come on. Yes, result. That has gone in better than I expected. And that is looking really good.
Repairs on the Cortina are going well. But the team know it's going to be a huge wrench for the Cat family when the car has to be sold.
What do you think to these pictures?
I think they're fabulous.
They're really interesting, aren't they?
Yeah.
Abby has a massive social media following, built on her love of cars and design.
Are you ready to see it?
I think I am, yeah.
At the workshop, she gets treasured motoring objects the restoration they deserve.
Oh, wow. That's the car there.
Today, she's focusing on the history of the Cortina.
So we've had this Cortina in the workshop for a little while, and it's a really moving story that the Cat family have, and the fact that it's got to be sold to pay for John's care. So I thought to commemorate everything that they've had happen with this car and all the experiences and the love and memories that they have, it'd be really nice to commission a piece of art. So we've got a really brilliant artist in today, Grace Percival. I'm really excited to see what she comes up with. As you can see, it's such a big part of their family history.
Yeah.
All the family have been behind the wheel, and so it means a lot. And when it's gone, they're really going to miss it. And I think it's really important to put it across in some sort of artwork, 'cause it's going to leave quite a big hole in their lives. It'd be nice to create something that can be a bit of a family heirloom as well.
That's such a lovely idea.
We've not told them that we're going to do it, but I just think it's something really important and special that they can pass down through generations.
Okay, nice.
Do you want to have a look around?
Yeah, for sure. I like these colours, like the bold red with the black and white and the purple geos. I'll definitely focus on that, I think. Yeah, that is cool, actually. So maybe I could do, like, a few different angles to get in, like, all of the different aspects.
Grace's illustration style is all about bold brushstrokes and bright colours. She's pored over the family archive of photos and seen the Cortina in the metal. Now she kicks off the process of creating her unique artwork. Aaron, the owner of the Peugeot GTI hot hatch, gets a cold shower in the cabin whenever it rains. Today, bodywork expert Jerry Lee is on plumbing duty to find the leak.
I'm just going to remove these screws and see if I can remove the aerial. Right, so I've removed the nut. This should now come off quite easily. And we can see that someone's been here before, added some silicone, but it's a bit of a bodged job, really.
Pumping in the silicone didn't solve the problem. To stop the leak, Jerry Lee needs a clean seal.
I'm going to be making the new seal. Be using this double-sided sticky material. Going to start off by drawing around so I can cut out the exact measurement.
Channeling her inner handicrafter, Jerry Lee cuts the gasket to be a perfect fit for a satisfying seal.
So I'm just going to use my scissors to cut around this. It's just easier to use. Right. Perfect.
Job done for Jerry Lee, she adds some of the sticky stuff. And then it's time for the double-sided gasket to hit the roof.
Right, so just to make sure to align this properly, as I only have one go at this. So that looks good. I just have to fix the nut to it.
Luckily, the British summer is here to give the repair a wet weather test. Will Jerry Lee's fix survive the downpour? After an hour of torrential rain, the sun comes out.
It all seems perfectly dry, all in place, good seal. All I have left to do is pop this back in, and then it'll be like new.
Car trimmer Freya was shocked when she first saw the state of the Peugeot GTI front seat. But she's been cracking on and is close to giving the hot hatch interior back its driver appeal.
So this is the seat material that I've ordered for the Peugeot seat. This is the surround, which is in pretty good condition. And then we had the insert bits, which are completely shot. So I'm going to draw around these pieces, put all my markings on, cut them out, and then sew them together, and they will become my new insert. Cutting these pieces out is really satisfying. These scissors are incredible to cut all materials. You just get a really crisp line.
Freya knows all the clever trim tricks. To give the new seat a softer top quality look, she uses a thin layer of foam under the black Alcantara to plump it up.
So I've got my 3 pieces cut out and ready to sew, but before I can sew them, I need to add on this calico tubing. So this is quite a distinctive sport-style seat, and it has a calico tube put into the cover with a metal rod. The metal rod's then fixed down with hog rings into the centre of the foam, which gives it that nice rolled, sporty look. So I'm going to take this off here and mark it all out from the original cover onto the new one to get what I need. The reason I reuse calico tubings is because I try to reuse as much as the old cover as I can, because it's just kinder to the environment. I'm ready to sew the 3 pieces together. I'm going to start from the front of the cover and work my way down, and then make sure that when I sew the other side on, it matches exactly to this side, so that when the cover all goes together, it's all lined up properly.
Almost there. It's a huge moment. Has all Freya's work paid off?
I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I've still got a few adjustments to do, and I've got the backrest to do as well for the same seat. But the worst part is recovered, and I think this is going to look spot on when it's done.
Today, Aaron returns to the workshop to see if his hatch is hot again. His front seat was shot, and the door mirror had lost its direction. The roof was letting in the rain, and there was a flood in the rear light. What a car!
Aaron, how
Hello.
are you, mate?
How you doing? You all right?
I'm very well, thank you. How's life been without your Peugeot?
Boring, really. I've missed it.
Well, I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer.
Wow.
That's a big smile. It's a good sign.
Brilliant.
Is it good to see the car again?
It is, yeah, definitely.
Reunited.
Reunited, yeah.
One of the big fails that you felt this car had was those tatty interiors. So I'm going to ask you to have a look at what Freya, who runs our trim shop, has done.
Oh, wow. Look like new seats. Are they my seats?
They are, yeah. Same seats, but they've just had a refresh. What Freya's done is she's replaced this interior panel, that kind of really soft kind of suede material. That's been put in new, so it colour matches the rear.
They look brilliant. They look new, to be honest. Well happy with it, yeah. Chuffed to bits.
So Hannah took the wing mirrors apart and she found that the motors in there weren't working, and for all the effort she put into it, she couldn't get them revived.
Okay.
So she saw some second-hand motors, put them in, and so you've got that plane in that direction and that direction working.
Brilliant.
So you also had this leaky aerial, didn't you?
Yep.
Getting a wet head with that, weren't you?
Yeah, wet head, wet leg, wet arm. Not good.
This was a job for Jerry Lee, and she found that there'd actually been a bodge job done to it before.
All right.
She's taken it apart, she's resealed it, and it's all been stress tested in the pouring rain, so we know that there's going to be no more leaking through that aerial.
Brilliant.
And there was one more thing. So when Hannah, our mechanic, was looking over the car, she also found that this rear indicator unit was flooded with water. Did you know about that?
No, I never knew about that, no.
What she had to do is she took it out, emptied it with water, absolutely gross, I can tell you, not a nice job, dried it out, and then she had to kind of get rid of some of the rust, and then she put new bulbs in it, so you're not going to have any problems, because that was one brewing right there.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for that. I'm very happy with the car. The interior looks like new, just like it come from factory. Just want to say thank you to everyone involved that's given it a new lease of life and brought it back to what it was back then when it was new. So, yeah, thank you to everyone.
On the drive home, there's a bit of rain in the air, but nothing can dampen Aaron's spirits or his car.
I feel pretty blessed, to be honest, that they've actually wanted to work on my car to do the jobs that needed doing to just bring it back to its former glory. Looking forward to having some fun again in it.
In the repair lot, the Rally Cortina is inching closer to the checkered flag. Mechanic Derek is busy on the brakes.
Right, it's time to check the brakes. I need to take all four wheels off and check the disc brakes, cables, pipes, everything, because this hasn't been driven for 20 years.
The brakes on the Cortina have taken a real hammering over its lifetime, and Derek doesn't know what he'll find.
So disc, really good condition. Brake shoes look good. I'm really surprised at the condition This actually is.
With some brake cleaner and a wire brush, Derek cleans up the whole wheel hub.
This one's really good as well.
The brake system runs with hydraulic fluid, so when you press the brake pedal, it activates the brakes. But over time, it deteriorates, so it's a good idea to drain and replace the fluid.
This vacuum unit I'm using will actually suck the fluid from the whole system, and then that way, all I need to top it up and it will bleed it automatically. Very simple device, but works really well.
If Derek can get the brakes up and running on the rally car, then it's one step closer to the finishing line. And a test drive he's been waiting for since the car first arrived.
Slowly getting rid of the air and replacing it with fluid. System's lead, all new fluid, all done.
The Cortina is almost race ready, but it's still covered in the dirt and sand from rallying across 4 continents. So paint expert Jerry Lee fires up the jet wash.
I feel like I'm washing decades off this. I think the car's been wanting a wash for a while. Time to come back to life.
With the bodywork shining, engine firing and the brakes sorted, the Cortina can now be classed as a runner and should attract a top price.
Let's give this Cortina a run. It hasn't been driven for over 20 years.
Derek can't resist giving it a test drive in the yard to make sure everything is running right.
Hey! I can see why they won rallies in this. This is just awesome. The engine now is running right. The brakes are good. It's clean, new windscreen. It's just ready for rallying. I love it.
Today, mother and son Judy and Simon return to see if their rally-bred car is ready for some new adventures. Untouched for 20 years, this classic saloon needed a major mechanical overhaul and attention to the bodywork to get it ready to sell to help to pay for John's care.
Get that for you, Mum.
OK.
Judy, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You all right, Simon?
Hi, Charlie. Good to see you. Very excited to see the car.
The car's always been an important part of your family life. You know, you've been on some major adventures with it, haven't you?
It was Dad's passion, cars and rallying and racing and things. And he's sadly got Parkinson's and dementia.
He's in a home, yes. Yes, so I would love, the thing I would love to do is take it to the nursing home where he is, run it up the side of the nursing home, and perhaps he can hear it, because I think he'd receive the sound of the car more than anything else.
I really think it's time that we take this cover off. I'm not going to let you wait anymore. Are you ready?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
can't wait.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Oh,
Wow.
my goodness. Well, it's got a shine it never had before. Wowee.
Wow. It's amazing.
That is brilliant. Gosh, yeah. That's just fantastic. I didn't expect it to look this good, actually, I've got to say.
Simon, I reckon it's time that you do the honours.
Keys in there?
I believe so, yeah.
OK. See if I can remember. It's been quite a while.
Hey. How does that feel to hear
Yeah.
That
Awesome.
sounds awesome.
Very good.
It sounds, yeah, just like...
Should we go on a rally?
Yes, we're going already.
I can really see the bond between Judy and Simon in this car. They're so pleased with how it looks and how it's running. And it's just, oh, it's a really special moment, and it's really nice to be part of that with them. And what are your thoughts about the car's next chapter? What's next?
I'd love to see it out again and rallying again. That's what it's for. That's what we bought it for. And that's what we had it prepared for, and now it's prepared again. So it's, I hope, ready to go. So somebody, please enjoy it.
Yeah, well, it would be really sad to see it go, but I think, yeah, as Mum said, it would be very exciting to see someone else rally it again.
Yes.
And, yeah, that will help for a bit of
funding for my husband in the home.
Is there anything that you'd like me to pass on to everyone in the workshop who's kind of put some time into the car?
Just thank you so much, because I didn't expect it to look this good, and they must have worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah, big thank you.
It's a bittersweet moment for Judy and Simon, seeing the car rally ready, but knowing the next chapter in the car's history will be written by somebody else once the car is sold to help pay John's medical fees.
As we know, you guys are going to be parting ways with the car, and that really struck a chord with us in the workshop. So we've had a bespoke piece of artwork created for you. Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my
That's so
goodness. That is amazing, because it's got Peking to Paris, London to Cape Town, and I presume that's in Courtrai. That's fantastic. Oh, thank you so much. That will go in pride of place somewhere, so I can look at it all the time and remember all the lovely things we did.
In some way, shape or form, everyone gets to keep a little piece of the car.
Yes, well, that's magic. Absolute magic. Thank you.